Do you trust other people to have the same level of empathy and understanding as you do in a world that is so cruel? Well, I recently watched a video with Dr. Axe, and I guess the guy that was talking to him was saying that we were never meant as humans to know the struggles and the issues outside of our community. And as a result, we're supposed to only have knowledge of issues within our community. So having this worldly knowledge of other issues going on in other worlds or other countries kind of makes us more vulnerable to anxiety and other concerns that do not affect us personally. So it creates more anxiety, more pressure, more like things going on inside our head that we wouldn't necessarily consider. Well, I can agree and disagree at the same time. I feel like our brain has more capacity to basically understand and comprehend things than what people want to admit. But at the same token, it's also about compartmentalizing and setting boundaries within your mind to accept that you have the ability to pray, to reach out to God and ask for help when it comes to certain instances. And without our ability in life to connect to these other countries and make these incredible connections and like prayer possibilities for these nations, who's going to look after them or help them out? And I firmly believe in the power of prayer and God. And knowing that we have this incredible ability to share our gift of prayer with them, it ensures that they have other people rooting for them and helping them in ways that they cannot even imagine, because God is sovereign and above all. And He has the ability to do things that one could not even imagine. But anyways, that's on a deep note, of course. But I often wondered this because I often consider through my experience how others may not have the same empathy and vulnerability and maybe like sympathy that I would. And I've seen it often throughout my life, and I'm a very empathetic person. So it kind of makes it challenging when you go in life and you try to have this connection with others, but your connection and your desire to be connected with somebody is deeper than what one would consider. Because a lot of people meet others in life and they consider them, just a friend passing through. They don't intend to have that type of connection. And when I say connection, I mean like, you want to have someone in your life because you didn't have a close-knit family growing up or someone to relate to. And when you essentially don't experience a lot or have this type of empathy and vulnerability in life, it makes it friendships on a deeper level. So, but what I also feel is that being an empathetic person makes me more open and susceptible to feeling emotion, feeling the deep longing and connection with others. So it is really easy for me to get overwhelmed on things. And when I get overwhelmed, what I tend to do is overanalyze things, of course, but I try to get myself out of the funk, and I try to think, hey, what can I do to not think about this depressing issue, or look for ways around it, like prayer, going outside and being in the sun, or just being around people that are easygoing and want to live life to the fullest, which, let me tell you, is hard to do, because a lot of times people want to focus on the negativity and not focus on the positivity in life. and they overlook all the immaculate things in life that you couldn't even imagine. Things that most people find that they take for granted every day is something that if you start your day out with gratitude could make a difference. So when I really think and wonder if other people experience or have the same type of sympathy when it comes to life, I feel like a lot of people are hurt or overcoming a lot of issues in their life or haven't processed that emotion fully to be able to fully immerse themselves in them, like in the connection that they could have with friends, family, or other people they meet along the way randomly at a grocery store. Because one simple act of kindness can change that person's day, that person's outlook, and that person's mindset. And I feel like there's so many people walking around in life that don't know how to get over something from the past, that they let it drag them down in the future, and it affects their ability to really be present in the moment. And life is about being in the present moment. And how can you experience all the amazing traits that you have that make you the person you are, that God created you to be, if you do not process those past experiences to be present? And that's, I think, what makes a person someone that they're really not. And it's challenging because when you go in life and you are this person that wants to be present with someone else or wants to be present and experience friendships and everything else, but you will come across so many people in your life that do not have the same care or level of acceptance for you, it's challenging. And I feel like a lot of times people miss out on the fact that this is something that they have the ability to change or work on. And simply put, not everyone has the ability to see this issue in their life, but one can truly work on it by practicing meditation, prayer, and really understanding who they are as a person and what they bring here on earth. But what truly amazes me about having being an empathetic person is knowing that I can see where other people might be able to work on issues they have in their life. And sometimes it's hard because I don't want to experience the vulnerabilities the other person has. But at the same time, I feel like I appreciate having this chance to help others. But at the end of the day, what really matters in considering if other people are, really connecting with you, and if you should have this connection to other, empathetically, other people's feelings and emotions, really boils down to you understanding, you can set boundaries for how deep you want to go with it. You have the ability to really be present and know that, is this something you want to overwhelm yourself with, or is this something that you really don't? And setting boundaries to an extent is important because it's managing your ability to not be overwhelmed, not be burdened when you want or you need to take care of yourself. Self-care is very vital, and another reason why people are not present in their daily life. But at the end of the day, what truly matters is how you take the time to self-care for yourself to be able to be present in this world, regardless of what it is, to make yourself a better person, because how you feel about yourself is how you're going to reflect upon others. And that's the true importance about this.